Saturn as feminine and old lady is from the information is from Hellenistic astrologer. So it's like Hellenistic is ancient um, culture, right? So Saturn is classified as one of the feminine planets. I guess it really depends on what ancient culture um, uh, to look at Saturn, right? And let's see. So now let's take a look of Saturn. So female energy is associated with body or form. So the body is structure, shape, and bodies, and shape and form, skin and bones, structure, time, limitation, decay, death. And then time and death, if it's physical, and then if it spiritually is limitation and immortal. So it's like a two extreme, right? Two opposite: time, death, limitation, structure, form. Um, and then in astrology, just as Saturn is form, solidity, structure, and the body, time and entails growth, aging, decay, and eventual death. So we now is emphasis on we are emphasis on time. I think it's decay, aging to eventual death is the end of times, right? And ready to die. So with the image whipping blade, Grim Whipper associated with Saturn, and then they have this goddess Hecate associated with Saturn, birth and death. Again, they always about two different extremes, right? Two opposites. And then now, they associated with Mary also. Um, so there is also a whole streak in Catholic devotion about Our Lady of Sorrows and Mary as being a mother who had to endure watching her son be subject to the worst kind of degradation, suffering, and death. So Mary is another form of the Great Mother. So it's kind of compassionate understanding fits into the Saturn as the old lady. Okay, so if you remember iPad Go 2, that's an old lady with the bun in the tower, the top of the tower, and it's like at that time, people thought that she was um, the Eve, the first woman, Eve, because she's getting old and her time has come. But actually, if you look at this article, it looks like they talk about Saturn in the feminine side of it, which is the old lady. Um, Satan actually Baphomet is uh, male and female form, right? So Saturn has a female and male form as well. So now I think the episode 2 and the new video tie together because the episode 2 has the old lady in the tower is aging, and then in the new video that's a sign marries, and then the SOS labyrinth building is a cube. Cube represents Saturn and in orange color, and then so that ties into here Saturn as the female side of Saturn is arriving as like Virgin Mary, and then Mary's right the sign, and then thank you Christian stores. He pointed out that the church, Notre Dame Church, is right there at the old port of Montreal, and in the next video I'll talk about that. I found an article talking about that church. It took them 5 years to build, exactly 5. So 5 is also 7. So and then it's all about Virgin. That I'm not saying Mary, but that statue looks like Virgin Mary, and looking over the old port of Montreal, and so in the next video. So all ties in together, and then of course then is associated with the sea, the star of sea, and then sea is Sophia. Sophia is the mermaid, the first fall from heaven, and she turned into the sea mermaid, sea being, the beings that living in the sea is coming back, water, and then together with right now Sirius, just past yesterday is Sirius aligns with the sun, and then Sirius brings flooding and epidemics, right? So flooding, which means tsunami coming, and then epidemics. I don't know this time. I don't know what bacteria, virus, or whatever they are using this time. So right here, Saturn stands for difficulty, limitation, darkness, time, aging, vulnerability, disease, loss, death. Accepted it and turned it into sweetness of heart, into compassion. So all the negativities here coming associated with the end times right now. Let's see. I think that is all linked together.